Britney Spears makes it a point to keep her kids out of the spotlight, but her son Jayden couldn't help but spill the tea about his issues with his grandfather and the future of his mom's music. These kids have experienced complicated custody issues over the years, so we'll take a look at how much time they're spending with their mom.
There's a lot that people don't know about me that I want them to know.
Britney used to avoid her ex at all costs, but it seems like their relationship is better than ever despite some serious legal issues. Have you ever done anything a little wild after a breakup? Some of us settle for giving ourselves bangs or eating a whole pint of ice cream, but Britney Spears nursed the bottom of her broken heart with not one, but 2 marriages. There was her quickie marriage to her childhood friend Jason Alexander, which was annulled a mere 55 hours later, and her second marriage to backup dancer Kevin Federline, with whom she had her 2 children. They got engaged after only 3 months of dating, while Kevin's ex, Shar Jackson, was pregnant with his second child. Britney later admitted in her documentary, For the Record, that she married Kevin for the wrong reasons, and that she liked the idea of being married more than she liked being Kevin's wife. This might have had something to do with her infamous breakup from Justin Timberlake, but we won't get into that right now. Her oldest son, Sean Preston Federline, was born on September 14, 2004, and Jayden James Federline was born almost exactly a year later on September 12, 2006. It seems like just yesterday everyone was losing it after Britney was seen driving with baby Sean on her lap, but now both of her boys are teenagers, and her parenting skills have drastically improved over time. According to Britney, her kids always come first, and nothing else she's done has come close to being as rewarding as being their mom. But there was a time when Britney's tumultuous life cost her valuable time with her 2 boys. According to Kevin, he was completely blindsided when Britney told him she was filing for divorce the next day. At first, Britney requested full custody when they divorced in 2007, but when the judge ordered joint custody, both parents claimed to be fine with it. Of course, the $15,000 in child support Kevin received, on top of $20,000 spousal support, probably helped cheer him up after the divorce. But unfortunately for everyone involved, this division of custody time did not last long. 2007 was a tough year for Britney, who lost her aunt to ovarian cancer and spent a night in a rehab facility before embarking on her now infamous head shaving incident. That same year, she lost physical custody of her children after being caught driving without a license and refusing to submit to court-ordered testing. Her 2 boys were only 1 and 2 years old at the time, and Britney was ordered to attend parenting classes and receive private counseling. By sticking with this plan, Britney could retain her visitation rights even though her ex had custody of their sons. But then, even that contact with her kids was taken away. In 2008, Britney was supposed to give Jayden and Sean back to their dad, but refused to do so when the time came. Police had to be called, and Britney was ultimately admitted to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, and her visitation rights were suspended. She was placed on a temporary psychiatric hold, and later her father placed her under the conservatorship of her father and her attorney. Needless to say, this was devastating for Britney and didn't do much to improve her co-parenting relationship with her ex-husband. Although their divorce was messy, Kevin claims he acted in the best interest of their kids and wasn't trying to hurt his ex. According to his attorney, Kevin wanted Britney to be involved in their lives, but had to know she could do so safely. Even when Britney earned back her visitation with her kids, things were still awkward with Kevin. In 2011, they were seen at Sean's Little League game trying desperately to avoid one another, but just a couple of years later, Kevin and Britney were sitting together at their son's sporting events, and their relationship improved greatly, as did Britney's time with her son. Over the years, she was able to work her way back up to a 50-50 split with Kevin and loved being able to spend more time with her boys. They were able to travel with her on tour, and Sean started showing an interest in music. According to Kevin, he loves EDM and loves to practice mixing his own tunes. In 2018, the former couple went back to court, not over custody, but over the amount of child support Kevin was receiving. Britney was bringing in over $34 million per year thanks to her Las Vegas residency, and Kevin wanted his child support payments to more than double. He claimed to be bringing in only $3,000 per month, and don't forget that he has 4 other children in addition to Sean and Jayden. He asked a judge to bump up his monthly child support to $40,000 per month, claiming that his age meant he could no longer work as a backup dancer, and that his own musical career hadn't been very profitable. Not only did Britney end up paying thousands of dollars more a month in child support, but she also handed over $110,000 to her ex to cover his legal fees. Even though Kevin took Britney to court for more child support, he was quick to praise her skills as a mother. When she checked herself into a mental health care facility when her father was ill in 2019, Kevin said he was glad she was taking care of herself. But then, something happened which brought the former couple back to court and reduced the amount of time Britney was able to spend with her kids. Earlier, we mentioned that years ago, Britney was placed under the conservatorship of her father, which is still the case to this day. James Spears controls her finances and career, but he ended up placing her custody arrangement in serious jeopardy. While she and the boys were visiting her dad, her son Sean got into an argument with his grandfather that resulted in James breaking down a door to get to him. It was a scary incident and resulted in Kevin filing a restraining order. However, he wasn't upset with Britney and said she did the right thing by removing her kids from the situation and notifying Kevin immediately. James isn't allowed to see his grandsons, and Britney's time with them ended up being cut short. Now, Kevin has majority custody, with Britney being allowed unsupervised visits with the kids. Jayden was asked about the incident during an Instagram Live and revealed that he doesn't exactly have warm and fuzzy feelings towards his grandfather after what happened. He also shared that his mother is considering getting out of the music industry, which could have an impact on her custody agreement and the amount of child support she pays to Kevin. Needless to say, Jayden's post got a ton of traction, and reportedly his dad stepped in to handle the incident. His attorney, Mark Vincent, told Page 6 that his parent is handling the situation like a responsible parent, although he declined to say if Britney was involved at all. After the incident with her father, she has her boys about 30% of the time, but hasn't remarked on Jayden's video, at least not publicly. Although Kevin said he has it under control, some fans are curious to learn more after Jayden said he may share more details if he gets a few thousand more followers. Britney clearly wants more time with her kids, and it remains to be seen how her relationship with her own father will affect that. You've probably heard about the #FreeBritney movement, and even her own brother Brian spoke out against the situation, while her mother Lynn is trying to get more involved. According to Us Weekly, more of her family members will be weighing in, trying to sway public support that could lead to the end of the conservatorship. But for now, Britney is still spending time with her boys, and her ex-husband is confident that they're safe in her care. Although she often struggled when her kids were young, she's known for being a loving mother who says that her kids will always come first. Do you think Britney Spears should get to spend more time with her sons, or is the current custody arrangement in their best interests? Tell us what you think in the comment section below, and make sure to click on the subscribe button for more new videos from us here at The Taco.